Okay.
Your city could be made more productive.
Good morning. This is the Christian Conservative Gamer, and welcome back to Civilization 5: Brave New World. Now, I do not know what my plans are for this playthrough. I mean, I think we're on our route to the medieval period. If because we are researching guilds, which is to help grow our economy a lot better than we already have now. Just looking over exactly what we've got around here, and we have plenty of iron in our region, which I think is a very good thing. Where are we getting iron from, by the way? I mean, we're building the iron mine down. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, before I actually officially begin this playthrough, I just want to say that if you want this channel to remain alive and kicking and free from advertisers putting their efforts here and disrupting every piece of content, then I would advise you become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. Every donation you make means this channel will move further and further away from the reliance of the big tech companies maintaining the channels. What I mean by that is that I do not need them taking any of my revenue, because the revenue will come directly from my audience, who are the ones who rightfully deserve the content and not people like YouTube. So also, if you enjoy my content, you can always like my videos, you can share my videos, you can subscribe to my public channels, and also become a patron, where you get access to exclusive content, which I will consider as my exclusive channel. It's my exclusive channel to my supporters only. You also get access to my Discord server, which means that you'll be able to talk to me directly. And because you will be a fellow patron to me, you will also get to say in certain affairs. For example, like what kind of games will be coming through next time, or next through on my channel, because I want to include my audience and supporters in the decisions that I do. Think of it as a decentralized system where everything's not infested in the hands of one person, but in individuals. So I make content on the basis of what the individual wants, not what the collective wants. So therefore, I think the more support that I have, the more ideas that you can bring forward, and because of that, all ideas will be considered. Because this game, the only reason I'm playing this game today isn't because I also enjoy Civilization, but also because it was suggested by a patron, which is which is exactly what I said I would do. Put in the interest of the patron. Yeah, put the interest of the patron first when it comes to making the content. So, without further ado, I guess we can now click on the next turn, because I don't think there's anything happening right now. We've got to make sure that we can deal with this barbarian encampment.
Es wäre in eurem Interesse, dass ihr dieses Angebot sorgfältig.
He would like to negotiate passage through our territory. We shall do that for now, since we are in a relationship. They asked me to stop settling near them, and I ignored them. Well, yeah, my argument is this is free land, and we have free reign to settle where we please. That's not a crime of taking unclaimed lands. So that would be taking what's rightfully barbarian lands. Oh dear. Oh, never mind. I mean, but then again, what's the strategic significance of this area here? Where there's holes. I know that much. And maybe that is something that oh, Sweden. Oh, the encampment's already gone. Oh, okay. Oh yes, we are also Protestants. Oops. I want to add in another settler because I want to settle as quick as possible. Maybe a market and then a barracks. That shall be good. That shall be beneficial for me there. I want to try to get through these playthroughs as quick as possible. Now, initially I could put a settler up here. Or up here. I might actually do one up there. But not yet, not yet. I want to settle locally first and before I move out further. Because I'd rather get the it's not optics. I think it's which one is it? Which one is it? Astronomy. Yeah, I believe that's the one that I want to get. I also have set things up in certain ways. So there'll be some aspects of things that I got here that I won't be getting yet. Because of the way my research path is. I may actually put the settlement here on the lake. It will give me it will certainly give me not only access to fresh food or to food, but also access to some horse, which will be militarily beneficial to us. No, it's actually interesting that this game that Civilization 5 was again suggested as a game because of for the last couple of days, it's Wednesday and Thursday. I know I had an interview on Thursday, which went well, by the way. So for those who were wondering how my interview yesterday went, I think it went okay. Had to do a little assessment, but it was okay. But yeah, for the last couple of days, what I've Budapest and Germany and their allies. Interesting. That's good. That's good. Concerning, well, good. Good for them at least. But yeah, the last couple of days I've been drawing up or been working on my on one of my video game ideas, which is something based on Civilization, and it's the name of that game. The game in question that I'm developing is called Sovereign Rule. Sovereign Rule is basically I would consider it as my Civilization game. But it's one that entails or has certain. I think the best way to describe. Yeah, I think the best way to describe it is basically my own version of Civilization. It will have elements of Civilization 5 and Civilization 4 pretty much combined into one kind of game. But it will also have addition of my own kind of take on the matters and my own take on the elements and features and things like that. Because what I'm hoping, because I'm a very ambitious individual here, that the game that I'm developing, hold on, there we go.
The merchants and the traders have come. Their profits are preordained. This life of man.
We are now in the medieval era, and I believe we are the only one in the medieval era. Oh no, Germany is as well. Germany, me and Germany. We are the only nation, the only country to actually. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like the Korea's may end up losing their capital to the Romans because they're at war. But I was saying but that's what I was saying. The Civilization game that I plan. Or I got in planning. I hope it's an interesting concept because it will have features like natural disasters, aspects of climate change, but yeah, aspects of climate change. The natural disaster thing is going to be interesting because not only does it have natural disasters that occur randomly, but I also want to add in a weather system, which means that different sections of the world will have different weathers, and each weather condition can drastically affect the the environment and the performance of certain units. Just for example, when it comes to a very stormy, like when it comes to one tile, there's like a storm over like 1 to 4 tiles in a certain area. That can greatly reduce the movement of, say, things like a catapult, because of the surface being wet and obviously gets muddy, which can cause the catapults to be stuck in the mud, kind of aspect. So, which means it greatly reduces their movement from the standard 2, so like say a standard 2 to a 1 move turn, which can greatly impact performance and other things. Just like droughts or very extreme droughts in certain droughts in certain areas can affect combat performance of units. That is disconcerting that there is a battering ram right there on its way on our borders, on its way to London. At least we're getting in philosophy. I'm a very philosophical individual. I like my philosophy, probably because I'm like religious or something. But religion and philosophy are two extremely different things. But the one thing I was doing for the last couple of days was mostly writing up exactly each unit. You know, like in this game, you got units like the settlers, the workers, spearmen, things like that. I was working on something similar. I was working on my own ideas of which units will be in the game. Of course, there will be like things like settlers and workers and spearmen and things like that, because you know that's just natural. That's like just a natural thing. But we are no longer friends with Germany, which means that our relationship with them may end up getting a bit more hostile in the near future. And we've only got one trireme. The Koreans got a trireme, but it looks like the city is recovering. Oh dear. Well, that's good for them. Good for them. Whether that's good for us is debatable. But I like to, when it comes to when it comes to settling though, I think me personally, I like to keep my settlers, keep my settlements close to each other. I think because that way it'd be easy for me to maintain a military defense and protection nearby, so you know I can always get to these locations and aid them very quickly. But then again, it can also serve as a disadvantage, because if there is a military force that is greater than my own that comes and dominates me and starts taking my cities, well, they're so close to my capital that calls for some concern. But we'll see how this game pans out. I'm trying to think what difficulty I am on. Warlord. Just under Prince. Okay, so pretty standard, I guess. Pretty standard. I think we shall go for liberty, because you know we're all about freedom. We are a nation of individuals. A nation for Christians. Well, not yet. Yeah, not yet. We're not Christians yet. We do have a few followers, but we also got Eastern Orthodoxy growing in our lands as well, and that, gentlemen and ladies, simply will not do. We must remain Protestant. Protestantism is the way forward. The true faith in God. Library. A library will definitely be beneficial. But what we really need, which I'm going to build now, is a worker. We need more workers. We've already got one. We can't just have one worker. We're meant to be a nation of creativity, industry, and Greece has captured someone's capital city, and it's someone that we do not know. That is concerning. It looks like they're on the path to conquering the world. Well, I don't see how that's beneficial for Greece, given the circumstances that. How will this affect their relationships with the city-states? Because with the city-states, that's one of Greece's strengths, is maintaining
There is only one
good relations with city-states
knowledge,
because of the
and one evil.
because that's one of their unique abilities. Whereas with England's ability is predominantly relating to the navy. Oh yes, I need a little road. That's all we've got philosophy now. Let's get an oracle. Hopefully we'll be able to build it in time. Hopefully. I make no promises. Well, we could build there, but we won't get access to the horse. But we'll be able to. But when these other night territories will expand, we may get it. I want to keep these workers up north, but they're going to be building a road to London, which is exactly what I want. I'm sorry if I'm talking a bit too much, but I think that's because, well, you know, that's what you come to me for. That's what you come to this channel for. Not only to see some gameplay, but also to hear me talk. And yes, I know that my webcam is turned off for Civilization playthroughs, but that is mostly because of like when it comes to Civilization. You just got so much user interface in the area. I mean, unless you are actually on a settler or on any units, you don't get anything down here in the bottom. But like I said, when you do have a unit selected, you got all of this interface here, and I did not want to block that out. You got interface up here, interface here, and interface here, and it's like, well, there's no place for me to put a camera. Well, put a webcam. So I figured it'd be best. I could go down further, so I'll get access to, or get the potentiality of getting that iron. We still get the potential of getting the horse. I think that might be better actually. Yeah, down here, yeah. Because it gives me much greater access to this sea down here, so we can have a naval blockade of the German capital in the future. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I've got no webcam on because I think that it's detrimental to the user interface in Civilization. So I figured that the best thing to do is not have a webcam on for this game. But back to my idea, I might actually make a video if you're interested. I may make a video going through exactly the kind of going through what my intentions and plans are for my own Civilization-based game. I also have a list of all the empires that I've chosen, and their respected leaders and the capitals. I have not yet to still work through every other aspects of them though. There's just so much to write. A friendly trade route between Seoul, obviously Jong, that's something that Korea has established from Busan. Also more commonly known as Busan. Aha, I see. Wait! What are you doing in the middle of the ocean? You're not allowed there! You're not allowed there! Literally, he's outside! You're not That's a violation of game rules! The barbarians see themselves above the logic of this game. I mean, literally. I mean, hold on a moment. Look, no one else is allowed in this open waters, this ocean, unless your borders are over it. Barbarians don't have borders. Therefore, they should not be able to have triremes in the middle of the ocean tiles. That goes against the laws of physics. That makes no sense to me. I mean, my goodness. Oh, stoneworks. That's good for happiness. Let me get another trireme. I want to get as many naval. I want to get some naval units up here. But seriously, seriously, that is just not right. That's not right. That's not natural. That shouldn't be like that. You are so uncivilized. Well, that's because the barbarians. Of course, they're uncivilized. But you know. Oh, that's making my head. That's making my head hurt. Oh dear. I think how do we want to end this video? When we built the oracle. Yeah, I think when we get the opportunity to build the oracle, then, if we build the oracle, then I will end. There is no justification for this. We get more from Wolfsburg. So we'll go with that. He hit me, by the way. You stay there then. Well, we've got a galley coming down, but at least we're getting another trireme for assistance. Got a bit of a heartburn right now. I don't know why it's called heartburn, because that kind of sensation isn't where your heart is. Instead, it's in my throat. Probably too much energy drinks. That can generally impact such things. I really do need to stop having energy drinks and maybe focus on having water instead. Maybe that's what I'll do after this video. I'll get a glass of water. Should be fine then. That's the thing about recording early morning. You have all of the problems you get when you wake up. I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be expanding into lands which I regard to be mine. I request that you reconsider this. We all settle where we please. You know that this can only sow tension between our two nations. My apologies, but look, this is open land. If you're not settling there, then you have no jurisdiction to take them. Shish kebab. Okay, we're nearly there. Okay, we got a second trireme, and we're gonna use you to destroy you. And you can stay where you are, but I will have to send you back to get hit health very soon. Alright now though. Artist Guild. I don't think I want that, but I will have a catapult for future defense purposes. What have I got you here for? Well, it's not like they got anywhere else to go, I guess. I might actually get rid of them. I don't really need these scouts anymore. They've done their job. That shall also help with maintenance costs. And 15 turns until I get you. I may need to get some lumber mills or something like that. Some sort of something that sawmills or whatever. I can't remember what they're called. A Petra has been built in a faraway land. Oh, good for them, good for them. Thing is, we don't have any desert tiles, so we can't exactly build that. Someone's already got drama and poetry because they built the Parthenon. That gives them that automatically gets them great work. Close the size of Machu Picchu. They just completely destroy themselves.
What is drama but love?
You can build a writers guild. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Well, now we're both equally strong against barbarian ships, as well as other navy ships. But you gotta go downhill. I also really remember that based upon my social policies. Every time we kill any barbarian units, we gain culture. Oh yeah, we've got Statue of Susius, so that gives us some great strength as well, especially when we come to engage in cities. But I also noticed that the Huns and the Danes are now at war. We will try and remain sitting on the fence. I will not get this nation dragged into wars that, quite frankly, got nothing to do with us. No, we are not interventionists, but that doesn't mean we're pacifists. I am far from a pacifist, because I still will maintain a military force for defense. Because personally, I think it's very unwise, is for any nation in this world to not have a military force. Because you may be for, peace, and not someone who wants war, and that is the position that should be commended. I mean that sincerely. Anyone who is anti-war, I commend you. I think we all should not. I believe that we all shouldn't support the concept of warfare, because that leads to suffering and misery for everybody. However, I do believe there are certain times in which war may be justified, as in that if you are defending, if someone declares war on you, you have the justification to defend yourself. You should not. I mean, there's some people mistake anti-war as being pacifistic. It's not. It's nothing to do with being a pacifist. A pacifist is, although anti-war, but they also believe that there should be no need for armed forces. And it's like, well, that's just a foolish mistake anyone would make. You need a military force for defense, because you cannot guarantee that other nations will be as friendly and as generous and kind and benevolent as you. There will always be bad people out there, and the only way you can defeat bad people in that aspect is to have the ability to fight back when absolutely necessary. Now, I'm not endorsing or inciting or calling for any action. I'm just merely saying that when it comes to your nation or to any aspects of life, all individuals have the rights to defend themselves from bad people. But like I said, prior to I went onto that little rant there, if you wanna know more about my game idea, anything like that, just leave me a comment, or if you've got access to like my email address or anything like that, or even Discord and things like that, then again, you can just let me know, and maybe I will make a video talking a bit more about my but I think that's a little too close, if you ask me. I'm going to move you back a bit. But, I mean, I'd be more than happy to explain my kind of ideas and concepts of what I want to get produced, because, quite frankly, that's one of the things I like to do. I mean, yes, I play games now, and the one thing that I would like to do is make my own video games. I was making a video game. Actually, I was so close in releasing that game as a demo, and then all of a sudden my computer, not the one I'm using now, but because the one I'm using now is a lot more better than my previous computer. But my previous computer, its hard drive packed up, and obviously all the work that I was working on was on that hard drive. So now that's practically all gone, and there's nothing I can do about it, which is unfortunate, because I was sincerely hoping that I could get that out as a demo for people to play and see what they will think about it. Because It was literally just me. It still is like just me working on these games. I'm the only person who's making them, and I've done everything from the animations to the modeling to the texturing. Everything in that game was hand textured, hand painted by me in Photoshop. There was not a single piece of it. Yeah, there was not a single piece in that demo, or that potential demo, that was pre-designed or downloaded textures. Every texture used was texture that I produced myself. There was also a couple of textures that I did use, which were photographs fit from my camera. I took pictures of actual things around the world. Well, not around the world, but around my local area. You know, like just to get acquiring like photo-based textures instead of hand-painted textures in certain things, not all things. But unfortunately, due to the unfortunate thing, because my computer packed up, all that work was lost. But my game ideas overall are still exist. The ideas are still there, but all the actual hard work is not. So when it comes to the actual production and development of the gaming side, that I would have to start again. But at least I got the ideas and plans still already drawn up and written, because I put them all on my hard drives, external hard drives. So, you know, when it came to the actual pre-production and pre-planning of my works, at least that I had them decentralized and not in one place. The only reason why my actual video game production stuff was all in one place is because, like with any game when you're developing that you have installed, all the files and folders are all in one place, obviously where it's meant to be. It'd be in the one game folder, which is what I had. So that's what I mean. The game itself was playable and ready to be uploaded as a demo. I was making finishing touches because I was literally, before the hard drive packed up, I was literally probably about 2-3 weeks before a demo release. But I guess that's just an unfortunate turn of events, I guess. These things happen. So I may rework on that game at some point in the future. At least now that I know where to actually put all the files, and I put them on my external hard drives and USBs. But not only that, but it also gives me the opportunity to rework sections of it that I didn't like, and others that I did, and keep what I did like. So, you know, I see it as a opportunity more than I see that as a drawback. I'm a very optimistic individual, okay? I very rarely see the negative in things, and I look for the positives. When something doesn't go your way, don't see that as a setback. Do not see that as something that weakens your morale and your hopes and your positivity. See these aspects. See these unfortunate events as opportunities to do something better or work on something greater, because that's how I see it. I see that when something doesn't go your way, find the opportunities to overcome that issue that comes in front of you, because admit not everything goes your way. Not everything happens the way you want it to happen. I mean, I didn't expect to get well, the support of this channel, quite frankly, because I actually initially thought when I first started this up, because when I was looking at the circumstances of things like YouTube, how my channel on YouTube seems to be, it doesn't get the same attention as it does on BitChute. But even on BitChute, I was thinking that I may not actually get the it wasn't gonna get the attention and the views and the subscribers but I wasn't exactly focusing on that aspect anyway, but from my understanding as of today, I have 14 subscribers on BitChute. I have 8 subscribers on YouTube. And I think for a small channel that started in August, to get that kind of numbers as a very, very small and independent content channel or content creator, especially one that never advertised themselves out to anybody, literally just someone who just came out of the blue, came out of nowhere, and gained that support and views without any mention of me at all. No advertisements, no advertisement videos or anything like that. Nothing that really drew people in. To get that amount of support in such a short time span, it is
3 things are necessary.
I'm at a loss for words in that regards, because I absolutely appreciate the support that my viewers and my subscribers provide me, and keeps this channel channel alive and growing and things like that. And it is a good thing, and I thank every individual who supports this channel, every single one of you. And I want to try and make things that you really want to enjoy. I mean, of course, it's my channel, and I produce any content, and the content that I believe is what is interesting. I will continue to upload content and videos of games that I enjoy playing, but at the same time, I also want them games to be, and the content I make, as entertaining for the audience as well. Even if it's just one person that enjoys the content I produce, that is good enough for me. Because I cater to the individual. I do not cater to a whole collective group of people, because that just isn't my aim. My aim is to ensure that each individual has something that they can go to, has somewhere to go to, somewhere where they can watch things that they want to watch at their own choice, and not basically end up being caught up in the middle of a trendy position where a lot of people are all following the current trend. If you know what I mean, you know, everyone's at this moment. Everyone's playing Minecraft. Well, a lot of people are generally playing a lot of Minecraft lately. I mean, admittedly, yes, I do have Minecraft videos, but I haven't really gone into it recently, and I'm certainly not playing other things that are trending right now. For example, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the beta one. Now, from looking at that, I think that is a good it does look quite good. It's quite interesting. And personally, if I could, I would buy it. But I actually don't have a console, or a powerful enough computer to play it. And because of that, it's like, well, I'm not going to be able to make that game. Or play that game. Oh, faster growth. We're not at war. That sounds good. Itinerant preachers. Religious text. Spreads faster. No, I want to spread further. It's all see the big difference. You either want something that spreads fast, or you want something that spreads far. I want something that goes far, not fast. You know, I'll go for the long term. But yeah, what I'm basically saying is, let me just quickly see how long I've been recording. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna call it here. But what I'm saying is like I'm not one of those channels that wants to be trendy. I'm one of those channels that I want to be that channel, and where individuals who don't want to be part of the trendy aspects of the trendy side of things, have no choice but to just, you know, watch things that people are going, and it's something they don't want to watch. And I want to be the channel for those individuals who likes a bit more calmer content, something that they can watch and try and get a understanding, a connection to, especially with the content creators, because a lot of content creators claim to be for the community, but they make no efforts to actually talk to the community. Some of them do, and they should be commended for it. But then there are those who say, like, you know, I thank the community for getting me this far and making the things like this, and it's like, that's good, but what are you giving in return for the what are you giving in return to the audience and your supporters who put you in that position to begin with? And that's the trying thing that I'm trying to work out for myself as well. It's like, I make this content. If you like these content, great. You can like these videos. You can share it. You can subscribe to me. You can become a patron. But at the end of the day, all that stuff, no matter how appreciative I am about getting that support, I still feel and believe that I have to give something in return, something mutually beneficial. I mean, I can make these contents all day if I want to, but I don't think that's the only thing that people come to my channel for. I don't think people come to my channel solely to just watch me play video games and just just basically talk to myself. I do believe that there are some who also want to be involved in the direction of my channels and things I do. I mean, I had a comment on BitChute from somebody in relations about something that they said about also being a Christian conservative gamer, and I responded to him because, you know, I'm someone who wants to engage with my audience when they ask me something. I'm not someone who just accepts comments and just leave them to go to run wild. Absolutely not. No, I respond to any comments that I give. I can understand that when it comes to being a more bigger channel, that it's harder to communicate with everybody because there's just so many comments. But at least make the effort in some way or another to make sure that the opinions and the suggestions and the ideas of the individuals count, and that they actually feel like they're being heard. but one disclaimer I will say is that whatever any individual comments about on my channel, public or privately, do not represent my views in any way, shape or form. Just as what I say does not represent anyone but myself. I don't represent anybody, I only represent myself. And every individual who comes to my channel when I makes a statement or a comment or anything, they represent nobody but themselves. And I along with everyone else, am not, will not, and am not, and never will be responsible for the actions of another. You are responsible for your own actions and your own words, and you have to own up to that. I will not let these big tech companies or peer pressure or the mob rule tell me who I am responsible for. I know who I'm responsible for. Myself, and only myself. What others do is up to them. And I'm not going to silence anybody for having different opinions or having their own views and thoughts and ideas, because I believe in freedom of speech, freedom of expression. What one person says is entirely their choice. They can say whatever they want, but that doesn't mean that they will always get my recognition or my respect or my admiration or my support or anything like that. You speak for yourself, I speak for myself. But that is a rant for another time. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, I know that there was more talking about other things than the actual game itself, but you know, I guess games like Civilization is more of something that I would consider as a passing time. And then something else. I mean, one thing I want to do actually before I go, I'd say, if you like this video, you can like it, you can share it, you can subscribe to my channel, you can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, but the higher you pay, you get access to exclusive content, as well as a Discord access, so you'll be able to talk to me directly and things like that. And that actually comes to my next point. If any of you want to play a multiplayer session of either not Call of Duty, I don't even have Call of Duty, but you know, like, want to have a multiplayer session on Civilization 5 or a multiplayer session on Minecraft or any other game that you can think of, then please just let me know, and I'll make a list. I'll write a list. I'll write a list of individuals who would be more than happy to have a multiplayer session with me. I don't have a problem with having multiplayer sessions with anybody, as long as you're decent people and you're not literally gonna be like one of those trolling jokers. You know, you just join a session just to pretty much completely mess around with everybody to a point where that is not even funny to anyone. Those are the kind of actions I do not tolerate. Now, if that's the things that you like to do yourself in other things, by all means, you can do that in a public session. But I will not allow it on a private session. Not to me, anyways. In a private session, there are rules that the host decides. And I would say that when it comes to things like trolling to the point where it's not funny and completely not respectable for other individuals, then that I cannot accept in my sessions. But no, like I said, I'll make a list. I would make a list of any individual who is happy to do multiplayer sessions, and I'll be able to set something up. I might even set up a public Discord server, which will be accessible through Patreon, which the publicum server will only have a couple of voice channels, but they'll pretty much be like a kind of private base sessions. So only those who gets invited into those voice channels will be able to actually speak in it. But everything else will be all text based. So that'd be a good place for my audience and viewers and everyone else who decides to come around to come in and obviously share their thoughts and opinions and basically even leave questions. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I got all that stuff already set up on my private Discord, but you know, a public one shouldn't hurt either. So I may consider that. But yes, thank you for watching. I've been a Christian Conservative Gamer, and I shall see you on Monday because you know it's the weekends now. So yes, thank you for watching, and I shall see you soon. Thank you for watching.